Monster Hunter Wilds is finally here, and I want it to be my first Platinum Trophy of 2025. The Monster Hunter series dates all the way back to 2004, so what is it all about? Well, let this 20-year-old clip of some news reporter explain it to you. I think it's a nail on the head.
But what's it all about, you cry? Well, it's about these. And it's your job to hunt them.
This video is going to be the start of my new series where I earn the Platinum Trophy but in an episodic series. That way I can cover more of the journey and not skip out loads like I normally have to. Each video will cover different parts of the journey to the Platinum Trophy, and it's been a while since I've committed to one. The hunt was getting too much, but this feels perfect for it. Am I ready for the journey? It's going to be a long road. Let's go. Before we can start our slicey of monsters, we need someone to do the slicing, so we need to create a hunter. The character creation in this is actually incredible, and it's probably one of the best I've personally ever used in a video game. People on the internet have been using it to recreate characters from other games like Geralt, and it's the internet, so it did start to get a little crazy and weird, but I'm glad we have the opportunity to do this. My first idea when I was making my hunter was to try and recreate Ryan Gosling, because Ryan Gosling in Monster Hunter, I'd pay to watch that, right? But I realised this would probably take 20 hours, so I just stuck with making my hunter look as much like me as possible, you know, within a 15-minute time period. And I easily spent 13 of those 15 minutes just trying to make him have a giant nose like me. It was then time to create my hunting companion, the iconic sidekick of the game, the Palico. And I actually have a cat now, so I want to make him look as much like mine as possible. So with that, I present to you Platbro and Odinius. The cat's called Odin, but I just like to call him Odinius all the time and pretend I'm in Gladiator.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. Father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife.
I'm not going to power through some of the early story beats of the game. Yeah, spoilers I suppose, but I wouldn't worry, it's kind of underwhelming. So the game starts with this group of people in this cave and they're being attacked by this big monster. So this old man moves across some rocks and makes a gap that only the child can escape through apparently. I mean, clearly he could have fit through there as well, but who am I to say? I don't know much about rock geology and stuff, so maybe he couldn't have fit through that space. This child is then washed up in the desert, which makes no sense, mainly because of how I phrased it, but I'm sticking with it. And he is rescued by some people in a flying ship, literally a flying ship, and yeah, and they are the Hunter Guild. So this boy is actually apparently from some sort of ancient civilization that nobody knew existed. And this is where your boy comes in.
Your reputation precedes you, Hunter.
I am tasked with trying to track down this monster, which is being referred to as the White Wraith. And with that, we are off. It's then time to pick our weapon, and there's 14 different weapon types in Monster Hunter Wilds, which is a little bit overwhelming. Throughout my time playing Monster Hunter, I mainly just used a sword and shield up until Monster Hunter Worlds. In Worlds, I decided to change the insect glaive because of the aerial combat. It's just so fun. But with this being the first Monster Hunter that allows you to change weapons on missions, you can actually carry 2 weapons now. You store your second weapon in your Seraket. Okay, I don't know how to say that. It's the bird, lizard, dog thing that you ride. So having 2 weapons accessible to me, I was like, I'm gonna try something else out. I'm gonna try the dual blades, and you'll see why in a bit. And it was time to finally face our first monster. Looks like it's down to me and my little Palico Odinius to save the day. And I'm okay with that. Hiya! Die! Oh my god. Oh, I'm taking it to the cleanhouse here. I'm taking it to the cleanhouse.
Over here! I'm the one.
Yeah! Oh, I'm on it! Yeah, boy! That's what we want. Aha! And with my first hunt completed and my first mission completed came the first trophy in the game, Locked In. Now usually when I do videos on Platinum Trophies, I always break down the entire trophy list, but because this is a journey and it's about enjoying the game first, I haven't even looked at the trophy list at this point. So we're just going to see what we unlock as we go, and then when we get to the end game, that's when we're going to break down what's left to actually do. You know, trying to find that good balance of trophy hunting and just enjoying games. It was then time to head over to the armor creation, so creating armor and weapons is a massive part of Monster Hunter, and it always has been. Essentially, as you kill monsters, you unlock the ability to forge armor based on the monsters you've slain. You got to build some of our very first armor.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Okay, so it was then time for the best cutscene in the entire game. It starts out with these Palicos carrying this big slab of meat getting chased by this big monster that really wants the meat. And seeing his fellow Palicos in danger, your Palico, Odinius in this case, rushes to the rescue to be the real hero. Go on, Odinius, son. It's an amazing cutscene. It's so funny. Your character's kind of just there in the background, just, you know, in awe at how badass his Palico is. But despite his heroics, it's still down to us to kick this monster's ass. Let's get him done. No one attacks my kitty cats. I'm on it! I've got it! I've got it! Come on, baby. Yeah, you want some of this. You want some of this. Ah! Ah! Oh, I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall. Alright. Oh, I'm off. Oh my god. I'm not off. I'm still going. Oh, okay. Now I'm off. Okay, I'm off. Oh. Ah! Finally. That was a tough one. That was a tough one, but we got it. Oh, I'm just doing hunting things. I'm just doing hunting things. So you may have noticed in that last fight I wasn't using the dual blades. I actually changed them out for the insect glaive because it's just what I know, and I just love the aerial combat, and it keeps you really safe while still dealing out a fair amount of damage. Now, a big component of Monster Hunter has always been multiplayer, even back on the PSP when you were sat in the same room holding your PSPs right next to each other hoping the Bluetooth would work, to Monster Hunter Worlds where you were getting 4 people coming in and helping you out, and Monster Hunter Wilds continues the same. However, the multiplayer is pretty weird. So I managed to get into a multiplayer game with my brother, and the way it works until you beat the story, which takes about 10 hours, is that you can only join missions you've already completed or missions you're on at the same time as the person you're playing with, which means it's quite limiting, I'm not gonna lie, and they can't just join your world. Yes, they may be in the little hub base, but when you actually go out, they're not there. The only way you ever see them is when they actually get the invite to join your mission and join the quest, and then they leave at the end of every quest. It's pretty weird, it's difficult to use, especially when you start, because it feels like a missed opportunity. Why can't you just run around and explore with your friends without having to take on a quest? But hey ho, you know, nothing's perfect, right? I did manage to play a little bit with my brother, and when you finish your first multiplayer mission, you get a trophy. Oh hey! Complete your quest via online. So we then arrive in the forest, and it is an absolutely beautiful biome. Every biome they've made, from desert to forest to ice to volcano, it's all so stunning, and I feel like Capcom know it's stunning because the amount of forced walking sections in the story is it's pretty brutal. But maybe that's just my take, because, you know, all I want to do is just kill stuff, man. The next fight is against this giant spider called the Lalabarina, and it's pretty gross, pretty disgusting. Jesus. But thanks to my insect glaive and jumping around like an absolute mad lad constantly, I'm actually earning my next trophy. Yes, that spider was gross, but it has some pretty glorious armor, and I was finally able to make some armor that made me not look like an absolute weeb. I am an absolute shagger. Oh, some boy. Oh yeah!
You look like a pimp.
Needless to say, I was feeling pretty ready for a fight with my new armor, Pimp Platbro. But my next fight was against the least gracious animal in the Monster Hunter series, the Congalonga. Oh, it's farted on us! Oh, just farted in my face, dirty bugger. Well, apparently he's not raging now, but he's ran away. Oh my god. Oh, I killed it. It's dead. It's dead. I killed the big stinky monkey. Stinky monkey. After fighting the smelly ape, my next quest was back in the desert, and after getting a kill I unlocked the giant crown trophy, which was for obtaining my first silver crown. Crowns are awarded if the monster is randomly very big or very small, and this makes me nervous because there's a trophy in Monster Hunter Worlds for killing 500 large and 500 small monsters. I still haven't looked at the trophy list, and I don't know if this trophy exists. I really hope it doesn't, because I want the platinum. I was then finally able to modify my Saraket and give it a name, so of course I named it after my good old doggo, Dexter. And this also nets me another trophy. Being well nourished before each fight is very important in Monster Hunter. So I went into my tent to cook up a meal, and I got to watch an incredible cutscene, and when you do this for the first time, you get another trophy. Tell you what, that meal looked goddamn tasty. I mean, I couldn't really see my guy enjoying it that much because of his giant hat, but I think he enjoyed it. I think he enjoyed it, and we got a trophy, so, you know, winner winner, chicken dinner. So at this point I'd earned 7 of 50 trophies. Not where I thought it was going to be after 6 hours, but at the same time it's a Monster Hunter game. These games are renowned for having long, grindy platinum trophies. I am feeling really motivated to go for this platinum trophy, and you can help me get it by making sure you like this video. It tells me you like the game and the series of mine. But wait, what happens on the next episode? I end up facing a giant symbiotic squid monster, which is quite terrifying. The Black Flame. What the hell is this thing? And we finally come face to face with
The White Wraith.
But who will win? The small orphan Nata with a ball made of sand, or the giant White Wraith? It's a fight of the ages.